It was just instinct, man. It happened so quick. I didn't want to shoot him, but when I saw him swing around so fast, I didn't want to get shot either.
That's what a customer who opened fire on a would-be robber inside a dollar store told Fox 10 News last night. Well, tonight, the family of that suspected thief is lashing out.
And last night, you heard exclusively from the customer who stepped in to rescue store employees that were held at gunpoint. Well, the family of that man says he shouldn't have got involved.
Fox 10 News reporter Andrew Perez has more.
From his hospital bed at USA Medical Center, 18-year-old Adric White waits for a jail bed. The teen already has robbery charges hanging over his head from September. On Tuesday, officials believe White struck again, but this time was different.
He had the gun to his head. He had him on his knees. I drew my gun on him and I said, "Hey, don't move." At that point, he swung around, and before he had a chance to aim the gun at me, I fired.
A customer who we're not identifying was shopping at the Family Dollar on Stanton Road when he says he saw White holding employees at gunpoint. The customer pulled out his own gun and fired 5 times. While police say it was completely legal, White's family says they're angry.
If his life was not in danger, if no one had a gun up to him, if no one pointed a gun at him, what gives him the right to think that it's okay to just shoot someone? You should have just left the store and left and went wherever you had to go in your car or whatever.
Originally, we had interviewed White's parents about the cases, but they later called demanding that we not air it. 2 robberies in 2 months. We asked one relative her thoughts about the accusations.
We don't know. Like I said, we don't know anything. We only know what we've been hearing secondhand through the news, so I would not like to comment because I don't know.
As he recovers from his gunshot wounds and prepares for what's to come, the Baldwin County District Attorney's Office is filing to have his bond revoked. They want White kept in jail and prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
Now, White's family told us that he was hanging with the wrong people and needed help. They believe he didn't deserve to be shot.
Shalom, planet Earth. I want to speak about this case because
Google Fi, a phone line by Google.
we live in an upside down world. Well, at first, listen, you may think these people is crazy. You know, how can they be mad at this man for stepping in on this young man robbing someone, and getting mad that he gets shot when he out there robbing people. Yeah, I know it's he out there committing crime. Bad things happen to bad people when you out there living that life. You can expect things like this to happen. But let's look at it at a biblical view of what should have been done in this situation and how this should have been handled biblically. Now we know that in this Western world they don't follow the Most High statutes, laws, and commandments, and we're not in our own land, so we can't enforce the Most High laws and rules like we want to. But if this was biblical times, what should have happened and what would have happened? Well, we know that to get put to death, there's certain things you got to do. One, if you kill somebody, then that's a death sentence. If you rape somebody, that's a death sentence. If you commit adultery, that's a death sentence. So there was things that were considered that you'll do that was considered death sentences in biblical times or according to the Most High law. Now, of course, we got the blood of the Messiah, and if we do any of those things, we have a chance to repent, and he hopefully he'll forgive us for it if we live a righteous life. And he said he gracious enough to forgive us. But the idea that if you steal something or rob something and you get your life taken is not biblical. Actually, the Bible said, "Do not hate a man that steals because he's hungry or poor." So, in this situation, the parent says that, "Hey, my son was robbing someone, and this dude came along and seen my son robbing someone, and he shot my son for robbing the people." And I feel where she's coming from, and biblically, she will be justified. I know in this upside down world it seems crazy, but uh, even the Bible says that if somebody break in your house at night, you got the right to kill them. But if the sun come up on them, if you kill them, then you guilty. Because the ideal is whatever somebody stole or take, you can get it back. But that person can never get their life back once you take it. So if somebody, you see somebody breaking in or taking something from you, you got two choices. You can run over there and kill them, or you can let them take it and call the police, and they'll get locked up for it, and you'll get your stuff back. Uh, a lot of people are so bloodthirsty, and in this land, if they see an opportunity where, hey, I can take a life and get away with it, they'll do it. And but biblically, even though it sounds crazy, these people are right when they should be mad that their son was shot and could have lost his life when he himself has not shot no one. He said he had people at gunpoint, but he did not pull the trigger or shot nobody. Uh, the bystander, if he, what he should have done was wait to see if the dude was gonna shoot anyone, and if the dude shot somebody, then he could have put out his gun and shot the dude. But if he seen the dude robbing the people, he should have just took down the obstruction. When the dude got finished robbing the people at gunpoint, called the police, and the young man probably would have got arrested and did his time. But he stepped in as police, like all they all who I'm talking about when I say they like to play police and step in and don't move, put your hands up, you know. You involving yourself in a situation. Now you putting your life in danger. Now you got a gun and he got a gun. So you talking about, I don't want him to shoot me. And he probably thinking the same thing. I don't want him to shoot me. So now you putting yourself in a situation where somebody got to pull the trigger. It's either you and him, because you don't know what he gonna do and he don't know what you gonna do. But you enter that uh fight, but you came in there when you pull out your gun on him. You you basically seal the fate for either him or you. So why would you even do that and then make the excuse and say, I didn't want to do it, but he turned around so fast? I mean, you, you said something to him and he turned around. Notice he never said that he pointed the gun at me. He just said he turned around so fast, and before he can get a chance to point his gun, I shot. So he was automatic gonna shoot anyway. But the Israelites people, I'm pretty sure they don't know that they Israelites and Hebrews. But it's the reason why we think the way that we think. And to this world it may seem foolish. And but yeah, these people, I seen this case, and I just had to give my opinion, or the opinion according to the Bible, and a biblical outlook at it, that in this situation, what should be done, and was the family right to be upset because their son could have lost his life, over just robbing somebody. And I know what a lot of y'all gonna say, well, and those who say that, well, when you rob somebody, you know, you put yourself in danger. And yeah, that's true. When you rob somebody, you do put yourself in danger to get hurt or lose your life. But usually it's from the people you robbing. You expect for them to be the one to harm you, not just somebody else. Uh, and then there's a question that if you see somebody getting robbed, what do you do? Do you just let them get robbed? Well, yeah. Uh, if there's no harm, no foul, uh, call the police, let the police do their job. Uh, you know, Now, if you see somebody raping a woman, are you gonna let them get raped? No. There's certain things that you do risk your life for, that you do step in. Uh, if you see somebody, stabbing somebody or chasing somebody looking like they about to kill them, you should call the police. And uh, if you want to risk your life to save someone that's their life in danger, that you feel like they're about to die, then that's another thing. But in some cases, you just gotta let it play out and then react. Because when you're talking about robbing or stealing from somebody, you always gonna have something to enforce that robbery, or I gotta do that over. According to the Bible, robbery and stealing is not a death sentence. Now, if you steal a person, uh, according to the Bible, kidnap a person and sell them, that's a death sentence. But to steal anything, the Bible speaks of taking that thief to court, and that thief playing double for what they stole or might have robbed. And stealing and robbing is the same thing. It's just robbery is done by force, and stealing is kind of, you just take it when nobody is looking. And every time you rob somebody, you're gonna have to have something to enforce the robbery for them to give it up. So you're gonna have some type of weapon. And usually, you know, uh, at least 95% of the time, when somebody is robbing you, they don't want to take your life. They just want money. That's why they're robbing you in the first place, for the money. And most time, people, if you just give up the money or whatever, they'll just take, and leave, because that's basically what they for. So usually they not looking to take a life. They don't want to take nobody's life. And I'm speaking from experience. But you just want to get the money and get out of there. But always, when this is a lesson though for anybody that's out there living a wicked, ungodly life. Uh, you cannot go around doing things like that. Period. And there's no consequences. But if it's time in jail, or somebody shoot you, or you get shot, usually you should be worried about the people you robbing. But in this case, it was just an innocent bystander that stepped in and shot a dude that, you know, according, he didn't die. So praise the Most High for that. The Most High didn't decide that it was his time, and hopefully the young man learned his lesson, and this be the last time he robbed somebody. But yeah, it's just because sometimes, in America, there's cases like this where, you know, it may seem justified just because the law of this land justify it, don't mean it's justifying the Most High eyes. And There's another case I may talk about. There's a similar situation to this where a young man lost his life. But once again, let this be a lesson to not commit crime, not go out there because, you know, you will or can lose your life behind just wanting the money. And even though you might not have no intention to hurt nobody, uh, when you a threat and there's potential you could hurt somebody, uh, somebody is like this innocent bystander, he may feel like he saving some life. And the Bible do speak about saving life and helping your neighbors. So maybe he felt like that he was helping his neighbors, and maybe he felt like. But once again, if he was certain, when you see somebody robbing somebody, usually that's all they doing is robbing. If you certain or that they gonna shoot the person to kill the person, then you step in. But use at a dollar store or something like that. They just robbing trying to get the money. But I don't know his heart. I don't know his intention. The most I know people heart, most I know people attention. If he really did felt like these people's life was in danger, and he really did felt like this young man was gonna take their life, and if he didn't step in, they was gonna die, then I gotta say he made the right decision. But if he if that wasn't in his heart, and he just seen the opportunity where I'm gonna play hero and cop, and I'm gonna stop this person from robbing somebody, then he made a bad decision because he put his life in danger, and he ultimately made a choice where he had no choice but to shoot the young man or kill the young man, because what you do when two strangers got guns drawn to each other, you know. But that's just my intake, family. Once again, this is not condoning crime or uh, I'm not condoning what the young man did, and I'm not promoting and saying people should go out there and rob or steal. I'm just giving a biblical outlook and letting you know that the family is not so crazy. They don't sound so crazy when you look at it from a biblical standpoint. But how the old saying go, when you commit one sin, you invite more sin, and when you do one dirt, you just get all dirty. So at the end of the day, don't commit sins, don't commit robbery, don't even put yourself in that predicament where somebody can shoot you and be justified by this law. Uh, so until then, shalom.